This video has been heavily inspired by a conversation I had with one of my Getting Unstuck students recently. This is a student of mine who is in long-term sobriety, and in a conversation the other day she said to me, you know, looking back, I wonder why I was so afraid of quitting drinking when I was never afraid to drink and face the consequences. So let that sink in. Why was I so afraid of being sober and what that might involve when I was never afraid of drinking and dealing with the fallout of drinking and all the problems that inevitably come with that? And this idea really resonated with me on so many different levels, because certainly back when I was struggling with my drinking, I never thought of it like that. And I had a lot of fear around sobriety. I was scared of what other people would think about me quitting. I was worried what my life was going to be like without alcohol by my side. What if this happened? What if that happened? Would I be able to stick with it? Oh, what if I didn't? There was a lot of fear there for me. It was almost as if I was constantly brainstorming things to be scared of. I was so good at it. And yet, I spent hardly any time thinking about how scary it was to continue drinking. I spent a lot of time beating myself up. Yes, I did that. But I wasn't really afraid. And looking back, I think I should have been afraid. Because just think about this for a moment. If you are regularly drinking more than you intend to, then you are regularly putting yourself in an environment where you're at risk of causing yourself or others serious harm. And most of us have done things whilst we're drinking that were stupid or we regret, like walking home alone, losing keys, sending angry, stupid text messages, having an argument that you can't even remember why it started the next day, or staying up late, drinking the night before a really important presentation at work, or doing something like embarrassing yourself in front of people you wanted to impress, or flying to the other side of the world on holiday and then missing most of the sightseeing because you were sleeping off a hangover in your hotel room. Or what about drinking and not really being there to support someone you care about, not being there to support them when they're going through a crisis, or drinking and physically hurting yourself or your health? The list goes on and on. Can you see that if we're going to worry about anything here, if we're going to spend time indulging in fear and being scared, then there's actually way more to worry about in terms of continuing to drink alcohol. The potential for bad things to happen, for life to be difficult and painful, is so much greater if you continue to drink. It's just that right now, it doesn't seem that way. And it doesn't seem that way because your focus is on this unknown thing, sobriety. And because that's new and different and uncertain, it's bringing up a lot of fear. Your brain likes certainty. It likes to keep doing the things that it's done before. And right now, it has this story that drinking is what feels safe and familiar compared to sobriety, which is like all new and unknown. But what I'm trying to show you in this video is that drinking isn't actually all that safe or familiar or easy. There are a lot of risks there, a lot of unknowns. I worked with a lady last year who joined my Getting Unstuck course because the week before it started, she'd been at a party with her family, got drunk, and she was playing with her young granddaughters in the garden. They were dancing together, I think, and she lifted one of them up and dropped her. And she was so upset, so mortified that she'd done that. She had literally put someone that she loved in harm's way. She just instantly decided enough was enough. And it was good timing with the course. She came, joined, she had to change. But you might not have that moment. You might drink and drink for years and years and never actually have anything really bad happen. You might be lucky. Or that kind of incident might be just around the corner for you. I don't know. I don't know. None of us know. My point today is, if you're going to worry about anything, worry about drinking and the fallout from that. Don't worry about sobriety, because seriously, no one ever wakes up and regrets being hangover free. No one ever quits drinking and then, wishes they hadn't bothered. All the fears that are coming up for you around sobriety, that's all stuff that can be worked through and overcome and managed with the right help and support. And I can totally help you with that. But the things that might happen if you continue to drink, well, those probably are worth worrying about, because there are some real risks there. I hope this video resonates with you. And if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I'm a pretty positive person most of the time. I like talking about good stuff, like how great alcohol-free living is. I am not into scaremongering, and that's not what I'm trying to do today. But my point here is just that if you're going to be scared of anything, be scared of drinking. Don't be scared of sobriety, because honestly, there's nothing to be scared about.